Hey, this is Fish, and normally I do an in the tank with Fish, but I got I almost hate to compliment these guys because they don't believe me if I do it anyway, but I'm going to. And I want to just thank Mike and Rob for all they do for the veteran stand down. For those of us that are veterans, it means so much to have somebody working double duty. And to be honest, a lot of times it's veterans helping veterans. And both these gentlemen are veterans, different services. Neither one of them could get in the good service. And so is that any way to start this?
Where's the war story coming
from
now?
Yeah. But they're on today. We're going to talk to them about an event, a very important event coming up, which is the annual fundraiser for the Veterans Stand Down, as well as some other things that's going on. So which one of you gentlemen want to take the hot seat first?
The hot seat.
You're a brave soul, Mike.
Brave soul, yeah. I've been
Look
around.
at the Marines sending the Army in.
Yeah. Back up. No, we have one event coming up, say this Friday, Hats Off to Heroes.
Yeah.
I should have Rob explain that one. He was the one that sort of drug us into it and said, hey, we've got these people down here that want to do a little celebration for Veterans Appreciation. And it's going to be on a Friday from 5 to 9. They will have live music. They'll have raffle prizes. They'll have booths. I believe they were actually scheduling a scavenger hunt to go on between the booths and things like
great.
that. Try to get more of the active duty people out there. They do have one gentleman who is in the bands who was the, I guess you say, the brainchild behind the whole thing. He's retiring from the military. So he's going to do they tried to say, well, why don't we just do this live during this little program we're going to have for your party? And he said, no, I'll back out of that. I don't think many people want to see me get retired. But he has family and friends coming over from across the United States to see him get his retirement program go through and everything. And then the parties afterwards, and they're just going to include that into everybody that's in the military, and people can come down and actually say thank you to some of these gentlemen that have done a lot of things for them.
Now, this is the first year they're doing it.
Yes.
Very first.
So and he's hoping to be an annual thing.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be really good. And it's down here on D Street.
Okay.
Between 3rd and 4th.
Between 3rd and 4th. So so that'll be fun. And you know, that we got Thursdays on 3rd. And so we'll have Thursday and Friday. Right there on D and 3rd and 4th. And so that'll be really good. And I appreciate, there's a lot of people. We were talking before we were talking about how many veterans are here. And there's a huge number of veterans here.
Yes.
And then you have all the active duty personnel and an opportunity to honor them. I just think that's a great idea.
Yeah. It's something we passed for a long time as far as thank yous. I say my generation, thank yous were slim and far between. And when you got one, you thought maybe there was a rock or a fist or a tomato come behind it. But now it's every day, and you get kind of scared when people say thank you for your service. And you're going, okay, is that real or not real? And what's going on?
Do they mean it?
Yeah, do they mean it? Or they'll be in the next protest line and have your picture up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something that I feel in this area is needed. We have so many veterans that have retired, been career military at Beale Air Force Base, have now retired in the area. We have active bases, say, around us where they can get services. So that's why they stayed in the area. Now, with the newer generations, with everything that's possible online and everything, who knows if they will stay in the area or not.
Yeah.
But that's going to depend upon them and what their feelings are once they get out. But we would like to make them feel welcome and give them access to any of the knowledge and any of the services we can, hook them up to before they get out.
Let's talk a little bit about that, Mike. Veterans Stand Down. When did it start, and were you guys the ones that started?
No, I didn't get. I got drug into it by my brother-in-law, Ray Bull, Vern Sorensen, Bob Logan, and that's when the meetings were over at the One Stop. And there's a lot of people in the room, a lot of veterans, and their idea was to assimilate and try to get the word out to veterans on what was going on. In 1999, not many people really thought about veteran services and what benefits veterans had. And this was their way of saying, hey, we need to do it. And their first stand down, I believe, was in 99. It was indoors over at Post 42. And there was only about 15 or 20 people that came. And then they graduated over to Lions Park. And that was a few pop-ups and a few veterans coming by to see what's going on. And then we developed into Riverfront Park, into the big circus tents and everything else. And we got a little bit too big for that. And we had enough service providers there, 70 to 80 of them coming in to let the veterans know what service were available for them. And they were always complaining it's too hot, it's sticky, all this stuff. And it was fun to watch the reaction. You have EMTs on the there. You have doctors, nurses from the VA and everything there. And if somebody fell in a gopher hole, before they hit the ground, they were surrounded by everybody that was going to take care of them. And you had 12 different diagnoses on the same problem, and they were taken care of. But now we've moved to the fairgrounds, a larger venue, air conditioned. We're really trying to expand it, get more services, and give these people the chance to see exactly what's there, and hopefully take the picture off just the homeless veterans, but the veterans that sit at home and need everything, and even the active duty out there to get them to it. And the pandemic did slow down the active duty people for a while.
So I've been hesitant to be too involved, but now that you have air conditioning, I mean, I was Air Force.
Air Force, they have to have that air conditioning before they can do anything.
No air conditioning, no nice mess hall to eat in.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
We want the lounge chairs. Come on.
Well, we're just trying to, feel the way we did when we were in.
Yeah.
This is really good because you guys have been involved in it and worked it. And you and I had a conversation, Rob, about it being, this is your 25th year for the stand down. Now you're out at the fairgrounds, but you have a fundraiser coming up June 1st. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes, that's our biggest fundraiser. It's June 1st. It's our, annual dinner fundraiser. We have live auction raffles. It's a lot of fun. And that's how we can put on the actual stand down itself.
I went to that and was amazed. Number one, the food was good. Everything was good. But I was amazed how much stuff you guys give away. I thought, we're going to be here till midnight. Now, you weren't. You guys took care of it.
God.
But oh my gosh. And so if someone, which is a good thing, right? So if someone wants to donate something, or if they, for the raffle or for whatever, or maybe they want to volunteer to help, how do they do that, Rob? Who do they connect with?
They can just call our office at 530-749-1036 and just say, hey, I want to volunteer. I have something for your dinner. And if you can't pick it up or deliver it, just let us know and we'll come get it.
All right. So does that mean I can get rid of stuff I don't need?
Yeah. Clear out the fish tank.
I've got an old fish tank.
Yeah.
There's no fish in it. I thought maybe you guys would use that. So that's June 1st for that. So if somebody wants to go to that dinner, right, is it, if I remember right, you can actually buy a table. Yes. Or you can buy an individual
ticket.
Okay.
Ticket.
All right, and the same thing, they contact you for that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
Online.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. What's your online? Veteranstanddown.org.
Yeah.
.org.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make sure you get that .org,
not .com, .org.
Veteranstanddown.org, and that's the Yuba-Sutter one, right?
Yes.
See, so when you think of Veterans Stand Down, Mike, are these being done everywhere for veterans? Is this a common thing now, or is it significant that our area even has one?
It's significant in California to have them, but there's with the contact I have that we work with DMRO, there's over 300 stand downs that go on every year around the United States and, say, Guam, Hawaii, all over the place. Anywhere there's veterans, to really get them to see what's there afterwards. When you were in the service years ago, you went through their TAPS program, and you had one-day service where different people came in and gave you the idea of what's going to be on the outside when you get out. But a lot of us, when you were sitting in those type of meetings, the only thing you were thinking about, hey man, I got 24 hours. I'm partying. I'm out of this goddamn place. Pardon my language, but at that time, that's where you wanted to go.
Once you hit the 30-day short mark,
your short time attitude kicks in.
You can't talk to me. That is not a time to come in and talk to me about reenlistment. It's oh my gosh!
You should have done that at 31 days.
So now I understand they've increased it to 3 weeks. But you still don't get the one-on-one contact with the person that's doing the talking up there. So if you have questions or you have want more information, that person's got, say, 15, 20 minutes up on the stage and they're gone. Mm-hmm. So at the stand down, you're within, like we are here in the studio, right across the table from them, or next door to them, or they can say, okay, you need to go see this person right over. Oh, by the way, they're the table right next to us. Get that information, walk back over here, and we get you taken care of and what you need. You're not traveling, say, across the city, across town to another town to get the information. It's right there for you. And the more people we get to understand that you can get everything done in a day that sometimes would take you months or even years to get done.
Yeah.
You can do it right there in one day.
When I came here, I didn't realize we had a vet rep in the area. I didn't know about Marvin King. I didn't, you're right. And then I had an incident happen where I needed to contact the VA. And so is that unusual to have a vet rep right here, like in the county, right?
Well, in the counties usually have vet reps, but sometimes their areas and they're stretched kind of thin. Marvin is basically one of the top ones in the state of California, next to Don Parsons, which is another, and he's in Colusa County, and both of them are on our board. So we stay pretty much on top of what intel's coming in for veterans and what we can pass on to them. We pick up knowledge by being around other vets that have gone through things, or we've been with service providers that contact us, the VA and things like that, and say, this is something that's coming up. This is something to let some of your vets know. Different things coming up. What's going on with the PACT Act? You get a lot of questions on that now.
There's a lot. I get, all your veteran newsletters that you get. I mean, I get them, and it's everything's about that PACT Act now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's opened the door for a lot more vets, but the thing is, you have to get off your assets and go down and find out what's going on if you qualify. And we have so many people in the older generations to how they were raised. Hey, if I don't need it, I don't go after it because it goes to somebody else.
Yeah, give it to somebody who needs it, and that's common among veterans, right? It's like look, I'm fine.
I'm fine. I don't need it.
Yeah, but really, that's what the benefits are for. And I didn't go in the military for the benefits, right? Because
you just got out, so
50 years they finally let me go.
Yeah. There's no benefits, but at the same time, I went through that exit thing where they said, hey, your GI bill covers this and this and this and this and blah, blah, blah. And really, like you're talking, Mike, I just was kind of, whatever, And so, you don't think about it. But now here you are years later, and these are the services that the stand down will introduce you to. And like you said, one-on-one. So what kind of services are there? What kinds of things, if a vet goes, there's different people?
You've touched on it a couple times. When you tell them you're getting out, they're not going to tell you what to go see. You got this coming to you. They don't tell you that. There's the door. Get out.
Yeah.
You don't want. You're done with us. We're done with you.
With us, they took their time and then kicked us out.
It took 50 years to get out.
So yeah, it's just really sad that they treat the people that way. These guys have volunteered, men and women volunteered to give their time and their efforts and their lives, to fight for, the freedom. And then, this is what they do to you when you get out. Just, there's a door, get out. I don't want to talk to you no more.
Now, as far as providers there, you're going to have all the different, say, veterans groups that are out there. You will have people there to help with housing. You'll have Nation's Finest. You'll have VA HUD Bash. You'll have Central Valley Homeless, and I believe also There's another organization that was housing. You'll have dental. You'll have vision. We're dedicating the entire flower building I guess you'd call it the flower building. What I used to call to dental and vision this year. So we hope to fill it with enough chairs and enough dentists and hygienists.
We'll have the hearing man right outside. So we're trying to put it all in centralized location.
One location for everybody. You've got veteran service officers. You've got DMV. You've got
Social Security.
You've got federal, state, county, city offices. You've got lowly nonprofits. Anybody there that can help a vet in any program they're looking for is there. And it's doesn't matter. We don't care what your discharge was. Good, bad, indifferent, whatever.
That's important because sometimes, I got 3 of them. So.
We're bringing the comfort dog back for you too.
Are you doing that?
We know that you really need the comfort dog. Ruben, he's there looking forward to finish.
It's free to vets. I want to make this clear.
100% free.
So the fundraiser, which is June 1st, there's still opportunity for people to give to that and then volunteer. They can say, hey, look, I'll wait tables. What do you want me to do? And that's always good to allow them to be. So when you have the stand down, which is in August
15th to the 17th.
The 15th to the 17th. Is there a place there, Rob, that people can say, hey, Rob, how can I help? I mean, I'll do whatever for vets. What is there a place
just reach out to us, and when we can, me and Mike pretty much know the areas that really need to help. A lot of it is kind of escorting some of the veterans that have a hard time getting around, escorting them through there and helping them talk to these individuals. No, the motorized scooters are broke, fish. We didn't get them fixed for last year.
To walk.
The walkers are broken. But no, it's just there's a lot of that. There's a lot of veterans come in that have a hard time being able to go through the whole thing.
No,
and it's nice to be able to have. Hey, I'll help you. Here, I'll take you through these services for you.
I want to mention this because you guys have kind of alluded to it, and I've talked with them at the food bank. And people think I have to be totally destitute, right, to get food from the food bank. And I love that that's not how it works, right? You don't have to be on your last nickel. You can go get food, and then then you can pay your PG&E bill because you got food. And for the stand down, I'm glad that you guys said, look, you're not saying, Marines and Army only fish. So Navy and Air Force are not allowed, or even when you served and everything from a combat vet to whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then at the same time, you aren't even looking for what their discharge is. You're just trying to help them.
Right.
And I think that's admirable, right? To do that for Mike. It's so hard for me to interview you guys. Everything in me is going, leave Rob alone. Be nice to Rob.
Go ahead, just bring it on, because it'll come back.
So we got Hats Off for Heroes will be tomorrow night. Downtown for 4 hours, I think you said.
5 to 9.
5 to 9.
Shane will start off with DJing there in the park.
Good.
And then when the live music comes in, he's kind of kick it down and.
Okay. And then you have the dinner.
The dinner
is June 1st.
June 1st.
And what's the hours on that? That's
doors open at 5:30.
5:30, and that if they haven't, they can go to standdown.org. Standdown.org.
Standdown.org.
And they can give, they still can volunteer, they can help to be part of that in a myriad of ways. I will be there.
You touched on that.
No.
Yeah, I'm probably going to regret that, but okay.
Oh, trust me on that one.
Well, we already got a donation out of him.
Yes.
We have a free fish card for anybody out there.
But you touched on the dinner actually itself, and the menus just keeps expanding. Thanks to Ann Baker, this menu went from 2 items to 4 items now.
Maybe
Really?
5.
So it was supposed to start out with the tri-tip and chicken and potatoes and stuff, but then it went to tri-tip chicken and ribs. I'm like, okay. Now it's tri-tip chicken, ribs, and spaghetti.
And desserts.
And desserts with the salads, the roll.
Who's responsible for that?
Ann Baker.
Ann Baker, we love you. Ann Baker, we love Ann Baker.
So even if you don't purchase anything, please come and help us clean up what she's cooking.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to take it home.
We don't have homes for all of it. So
Yes, we were looking to a couple of the old schools, but they don't have the old, say, cafeteria trays anymore.
Oh.
So we have to have everybody bring their own turkey platter
Okay.
to get sure you get enough food.
But you know, we used to have it catered by Cool Hand Luke's, and so a group of guys that they're all about to stand down. They're like, you know what, and these guys go around and do competitions. So like, you know what, we want to do. We want to do it. So they've stepped up. They've got everything donated, and there we're going.
I do want to mention Hats Off for Heroes is on D
Street and 3rd and 4th.
And but the dinner is at the 530 Event Center here in Marysville, and then
That's a beautiful
stand down
center.
itself is at the fairgrounds. Don't go down to the river bottoms.
You'll be waiting a long time for services.
Unless you're a Marine.
Yeah.
You start at the
Yeah,
river
the Marines run to the fairgrounds, so they're in shape. I like the Air Force. Well, when they gonna come pick me up?
Yeah.
There's my blue bus.
Isn't there a new one?
telling you.
Oh, I can't wait to get in front of the people. So really, I want to, and I know I speak for a lot of vets, right? Thank you. Thank you to you gentlemen for your tireless effort. And so I can say that, but at the same time, is there people that you would like to publicly say, hey, we couldn't do this if it were not for these people?
There's just, the list is so long. I mean, we got Mike Ziegemeyer and his wife and stuff is so on board with all this. Nick McKellar, Jerry Payne, all of them that started the Standing Tall for Vets dinner. But the list is just so long of everybody that has stepped up and started supporting us, and we very much appreciate it.
We kind of feel that way here, the number of people that have supported community radio, and think it's valuable to the community. And I feel that way about being
We do.
a vet.
We value you.
You do?
Yeah.
You said that publicly. I heard that.
You can scratch that.
You cut that little clip and send that to me. Just that part. I'm going to put it on my phone and say, what's up, Rob?
No, but it is. I mean, it takes a while. Like you said, we've been 25 years to get where we're at, and hopefully, another 25 years we can just be way up here.
Now, you did tell me that you have a gal in your office that you could not do what you do with
Joe Miller.
So
She's our boss.
I do want you to thank her publicly.
Yeah.
No, that's Joe Miller. She's phenomenal. She's a veteran herself.
Yeah.
So we had to make her office manager so she could tell us what to do.
Yeah. So where are you going? When you going to be back? Joe, I'm going over to Kmart. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
It's 9.5 minutes. You're not back yet.
Is she writing it on a board, the in and out?
Oh, no, she don't have to write on the board. She's got it. No, she's phenomenal with what she's doing there, and she's picked up a lot really quick.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the veterans come in and they like her. She's great at what she does, and I'm just glad she came on board.
Yeah. She's great with the female veterans that come in and have questions. They don't really want to talk to us. I mean, you figure 99% of the problems were the men that were in the service, but with another female veteran that's been through the same thing, doing the same thing works for men on men. And it's the whole idea that we want the whole spectrum. We want to be able to service every veteran that comes in.
All right, last thing I want to cover, and that is veterans that need a little help. You guys
like
told
Fish.
I'm coming in to get my walker.
Oh wait, Fish is beyond help. Okay,
and so you guys actually you're on 606
604 D Street.
I thought I was so proud
If you want to go to 606 D Street, you're going to the beautician.
I need that.
Which it used to be another services before that. But
So it's 604 D Street.
Yes.
And you guys are open
5 days a week.
5 days a week.
Sometimes 6 and 7.
And veterans that, in other words, I'm trying to get to the point. You don't have to wait for the stand down to get information that you need to help.
And we have a storefront there. You know, we keep food there for the ones that come in. Hey, can I get some food? And,
So please don't tell me that they're MREs.
no, we're saving those for you. That's what you're going to get for dinner.
when I go
That's
to
the stand on dinner.
Everybody else will have a meal. I'll have a little bag right there in front of me. Go ahead, it heats itself.
Yeah,
Good.
go ahead.
Then
and then,
we have rations.
Yeah.
We have some clothes. We can't keep all sizes. But,
Yeah.
We try to help them in any way we can.
Well, thanks again, guys, for what you do and for sticking with it for all these years and making a difference for the veterans and making a difference for the community, because they get an opportunity. They see the veterans, but when you go help at the dinner or the stand down or any of that, you actually are right involved.
A lot of people don't know what a stand down is, but the Uber Endowment Group, they came out and they gave them a tour and they're like, whoa. I mean, a lot of them are in tears. They're like, man, this is really, now they're really on board with us. Yeah. And they're just
you see a lot of the groups, that have veterans in them out here. You have Kiwanis, you have the Rotaries, you have all the clubs and everything. A lot of their members are veterans. So, hey, bring your club out, take a look and see what we do. And you may be impressed and find out, hey, this may be something we can use or we'd like to get involved in. We're not going to come right out and say, hey, you need to make a donation. The idea is you come take a look and see if this is something you want to be involved with.
Yeah.
We're not, we have the services. We try to network the people to the direct people that they need to be in contact with as fast as possible. It's kind of tough to see somebody like Fish's age come walking in the office and say, hey, we need some help real bad.
I need some help. Give me some oxygen, quick. I walk from my car to the office.
And I'm used to altitude.
But before we leave, I want to publicly hear you say that you're going to come on board with the stand down. You yourself.
Will I be there? In August?
No.
We'll put you.
I want you to come on board as a board member at our stand down. I want to publicly hear you say, I will come on board.
I'm going to give you the Christian cop-out.
No.
I'll pray about it.
No, but, we want to thank you and everything that you do for us. Because if it wasn't for you, there's the people
wouldn't have no clue.
They wouldn't have no clue.
That's our goal. Is to the FCC mandate for us is to educate and inform, and I didn't know about it till I met you guys, and I'm a vet, and so it makes me think, well,
and now we're regretting it.
How many vets? How many vets don't know about it, and then people knowing they can be part of it and can be a supporter of it. And so that's why, you guys, as a matter of fact, I'm pulling you back up on the air coming up here again soon to do that, because that one goes out instant. This one we're trying to get out today so that people can find out, hey, this is what's going on now. This is what's down the road. This is how you get involved. And they're at 604. Do not go to 606
unless you want a haircut or your nails done.
And so,
that's where Fish is going. We've got an appointment set up.
And so, what's the number over there?
530-749-1036.
All right.
A couple other things. I want to thank Shane Grego. Shane Grego is a go-getter. He's our liaison between us and the base, and and he does a phenomenal job at that. Getting stuff that we need from the base, so if it wasn't for him, us and the base would probably be back to the big distance.
Not to let the cat out of the bag, but is he retiring?
From
what?
From what? He's already retired from the Air Force.
No, he's got a civilian job. Did he say? So he's not retiring. That must be. He must.
If he has, that cat's still in the bag.
We're sorry, Shane.
But like I said, Ann and Dave Baker, they've been on board with us for a long time. I mean, they go above and beyond what they really need to do. But she's constantly on the phone. Hey, what needs to be done? What needs to be done? Tell me. she's a hustler, goes out and gets prizes donated for our raffles. It doesn't matter. They're there. Like I said, the list is just so long.
Yeah.
I can sit there for an hour and the list alone, thinking of all the people that's getting on board with us.
All right. Well, I want to thank Mike and Rob for coming on and talking about ways that we as a community can support our local veterans, and there's quite a few of them. And if you're a veteran, you listen to this and you want to be involved, you certainly have that opportunity, Veterans Helping Veterans. But coming up tomorrow night, Hats Off for Heroes down on 3rd and D. And then also June 1st is the fundraiser, the major fundraiser, and that'll be at the 530 Event Center. And then, of course, Veterans Stand Down, which is August
15th to the 17th.
I need you guys to help me. 15th through the 17th. I need like cue cards, right? Anyway, thanks for watching, and I appreciate all that you can do. One last thing. Yuba-Sutter Veterans Stand Down.org if you want more information.